everyone, Josh here. I'm going to show you how to make this cool simple animation using a free software called Blender. So by the way, this is my first YouTube video, so please go subscribe and please do subscribe for you to watch more and more of my upcoming videos. So if you don't have the software, I've sent the link of Blender below. That is the latest Blender, which is 2.93. so go there, click it, download it, and then open run, and then open it, and then after that you will get something like this. So you are next going to click on new file, that is general, and then you will get a cube like this. What this cube is going to do is that it is going to make for us a vessel which is going to store the water. So click on wireframe as I've done, and then go to front orthographic like that, and then we are going to scale it a bit. Make sure it is just as large as that, and then end for me to see the dimension. I'm going to use 8 on the x-axis, and then 8 also on the y-axis, and then 7 on the z-axis like that. Now this is what I'm going to use, and then click on G to pick it, place it somewhere there. We are going to add water to this vessel, so click on Shift A to add mesh, and then cube to add another cube. Grab it, G to pick it, place it somewhere there, just at the center like that, and then click on S, Shift Z to scale it on the Y and X axis alone, and then make sure that it is just somewhere there. You can still grab it like that, and then S to scale a little bit, yeah, like that. And then we are going to add domain to this, so Shift A to add another cube like that. This domain is going to cover everything here, so we are going to scale it to be as large as possible. So S to scale, and then just use around 16, 15 there, and then G to pick it, make sure that it covers everything like that, and then we are going to add a tap. So Shift A, go to mesh, and then go to cylinder. Cylinder is going to be our tap, but we are going to use a tool called spin. So G to pick it and place it just near to Z and X axis. You can even place it on them like that, and then we are going to the object mode, edit mode. So click on tab, go to face select, and then click on this bottom face. Now go back to the front orthographic, click on F3, feed in spin, not like that, spin like that, mesh extrude spin, and then go to the bottom here. Angle, we are only going to use 90, so just make sure it is 90, yes, like that. And then what we will do next, we are going to the upper face, this one, and then click on it, and then go back to front orthographic, extrude, and just make sure that it is longer than the vessel. So E to extrude and bring it somewhere there. Now what we'll do next, go back to object mode, rotate all this tab 180, so R 180 like that, and then G to pick it, place it just somewhere there, yes, and then we are going to choose on this other face here. So click on tab, that is edit mode, and then click on this face here, yes, like that, and then go back to the front orthographic, E to extrude, and make it to be as large as that, like that, and then R to rotate, just make it face downwards like that. You are going to add water to it. Now go back to object mode, and then click on Shift A, then add a UV sphere. This sphere is the one which is going to be our water flowing out of this tap. Okay, and you might be worrying how. Now we are going to pick it, G. I'm going to show you how. So place it somewhere there, like that. Scale it down a bit, so S to scale, like that. Just make sure that it doesn't exceed this domain, this one. May you not go to the east, to the west direction. So just be inside the domain, like that. We can still grab it, so G, and just place it somewhere there, like that. Now we are going to add another cylinder, which will be the one where the ball will flow on, that will roll on and then cause the splashing effect on the water inside the vessel. So we are going to use the same tool, that is spin. So G to pick it, place it here, like that. Go to edit mode, click on this lower face, like that. Go back to front orthographic, click on F3 as we did earlier, like that. And then on the angle we are only going to use 30 degrees, so click feed in 30, like that. Now what we'll do to this, we are going to extrude here a little bit, like that, just a little bit, yes. And then we are going to use we are going to pick on these middle loops, the one in front and the one at the back. So click on one edge, like that, and then alt left, and then click on shift alt left to click on this one at the back. So make sure you have selected this loop and this one here at the front. Go back to front view, like that, and then we are going to click on V and then right click. I'll show you what V does. So let's delete, go to face select, X to delete this face, choose on this bottom face again, X to delete it. Go back to front orthographic, like that, and then we are going to choose on the faces on this side of the loop which we chose earlier. So click on any face here, like that, and then click on Control L, like that, and then click on X to delete the faces, and then we are going to extrude this to be longer a bit. So click or go to edge select, click on this edge, like that, and then click on alt left, no, here, alt left, yeah, like that. Go back to front orthographic, EZ to extrude on the Z axis, just make it as long as possible. Use any dimension. Now we are going back to the object mode, so click on tab and then G to pick this object here. This is the one which is going to stay on the vessel. Now click on R to rotate it, just make sure it just rotates to something like that. G to grab it, place it, yeah, somewhere there. Let it lie on the vessel, like that. And then what we will do next, we are going to add a ball which will move on this open trough, like, and then move downwards and then up to here and splash and cause the splashing effect on the water which is at the bottom there, at the bottom of the vessel. Now click on Shift A to add, and then add another UV sphere, like that. Now grab this UV sphere, G to pick it, place it somewhere there, yeah, somewhere there. Now we are going to scale it down a bit, like that. G to pick it, place it down, yeah, like that. Now what we are going to just make sure is that it is not bigger than the trough, like that. Now go back to front of the graphic. Now we are going to add keyframes to this ball so that it flows smoothly. Now here it will going to stay there, it is going to stay there. Now we are going to keyframe number 30, like that. Click on I to add, and then location, like that. And then we are going to go to number 40, like that. And then we are going to click on G to grab it, and then we are going to place it somewhere there so that at number 40 it's there. Now click on I to add the keyframe to location. Go to number 50 or so, click on G to grab, place it somewhere here, like that. And then I to add location, number 60, G to grab, make it somewhere there. And then we are going to click on I, add the location, and then we can go to number 70, click on G to grab it, make it somewhere there, like that. And then click on I, location. Let's go to number 80 or number 90. Let's go to number 90, just to play along with these values. G to pick it, place it here somewhere there, like that, like that. And then I to add the location. And then what we'll do next is go to keyframe number, we are going to number, let's go to number 110, like that. And then G Z to grab it and place it here. Let it just touch on the bottom of the liquid. This is our initial liquid, like that. And then I to add the location, like that. Now let's play our this short animation and look at how it's, yeah, like that. Now what we'll do, on keyframe number 1 we want the ball to be somewhere up here, so we'll just click on G Z and place it right up here, like that. Yes, like that. And then click on I, location. Now let's play once again the animation. Now we have, now as you can see, it just bounces like that. You can see it bounces out of the trough. So what we'll do, we are going to click on G and grab it and make sure it doesn't bounce out of it somewhere there. And then click on I to add location, like that. Now let's see it once more. Yeah, like that. So as we can see, it no longer bounces into the out of this trough. Now next, what we'll do next is we are going to now add the physics properties. So click on the domain, go to fluid, and then on that fluid type, make it domain, like that. Domain type, make it liquid. And then on the resolution, for me I'll use 100. You can use even 150, 200, 250 or less, but for me, and I advise you to use 100. Now go to this bottom here. Now allow fractional obstruction, like that. And then here use the least possible value. For me it is 0.010. allow diffusion. For the diffusion, you can change this liquid to be either honey, either oil or water, but for me I'll leave it at water. That is the default setting. Allow mesh, and then on the end value I'll use 150. You can use any value. Apart from that, you can use 300 for your animation to be longer, or you can use any value. So if you change this value, make sure you also change this value. So I'll change it to be the end value, change the end value to be the same as this one here. Now on the type, make it all. Allow is resumable, don't break fast. And then we are going to the field weights. I'm only going to change on the gravity. So on the gravity, you can make it 0.6, 0.5, so that it causes that splashing effect when this ball bounces into the water. Yeah, like that. No, not 6, it is 0.6. Now 0.6, like that. Okay. Oh yes. Now what we'll do next, to it we can make material properties to it. Now here on the surface, we are going to use a glass BCDF surface. So click on this and click on glass BCDF surface, since we want a transparent liquid. Now roughness, make it 0. We don't need any roughness. Now on the IQR, we can use 1.2, or you can use any value, or you can leave at default. And now on blend mode, make it alpha blend. Yes, screen space, you can allow this screen space, refraction, and subsurface transparency, like that. And then what we'll do next is on the color. The color, we are going to make it somewhere this blue here, this one here. You can use any color. In fact, you can just use red, green, any color of your choice, but for me I'll use that blue, this one here. Yes, somewhere there. Now this material, I can name it water. Name anything, give it any name. Now let's give the same properties to this water here. Now click on this material and use water again. Again to this sphere here, this sphere, use the same properties, material properties. Now to this one, we are going to give it, for me I'll use a slightly orange. Is that slightly orange or slightly brown, like that? And then I'm also going to use a glass BCDF. That is for our vessel. We want to see everything going on inside it. So, and then roughness, make it also 0. Okay, IQR, you can leave it at that. Screen space refraction, you can allow it. And then we can also go to the blend mode. Make it alpha blend also. And then we can go to the render properties here, and then allow screen space reflection, expand this and allow refraction. Now on the physics properties, we are going to make it a fluid, but an effector to the fluid. Now allow is planar, so that it doesn't allow any liquid to flow out of it. Click on this. We are going to make it a fluid. Now how I will make this to be water flowing out of here, I'm going to make it fluid, and then on the type, make it flow. And then on the flow type, it is liquid, obviously. and then on the geometry make it to be inflow like that, and then allow initial velocity. No, not there, here allow initial velocity, and then expand this, and we are going to make initial x to be 7, no, not 7, 4 for my case, and then on the z axis I'll use -1 for my case. Now you can just play along with these values, make it 7, make it 5, yeah, like that, and then we will see how this will perform. And then I think we are done with that. Now on the material properties, yes, we have given it the same, and now click on this. We are going to make a new material. On the color, base color, for me I'll use something pink like that. Just click on it, and then on the roughness I'll also remove all the roughness to make it just look shiny, and I think that is all. Leave the blend mode at opaque, and then on the physics properties, make it fluid, type make it effector like that, and then allow also is planar. Go to this, make it fluid, type make it effector, allow is planar also. And then now on the color, on that, let's make a material to it. Now my material, I'm going to give a base color of slightly green. Is it slightly green or very green? This one there, or you can just use any color of your choice. Now what we'll do, we are going to I'm going to remove the roughness also to make it shiny, and I think I'm done. Now we are almost through. We are going to our ball that is going to bounce on the water and give it a splashing effect. Give it any color of your choice. Me, I'm going to give it a red color like that, and then roughness, I'm going to remove this roughness. I don't think there's any other thing. Now on the physics properties, we are going to make it also a fluid, and then the type make it an effector also, and then allow also is planar like that. Now I think now on this one we can still scale it a little bit so that it touches, so that it touches on this vessel. To this vessel we can add a modifier, that is add Solidify Modifier, this one here, to give it some thickness, to give some thickness to it. Now I'm going to the negative side so that it gets large to the negative side like that, and then to this one yeah, I think it has just touched it like that, yeah, like that. You can just play along with these values, you can make it slightly less, or just play along with the values. Okay, I think we can also add the modifier to this. Add Solidify Modifier, go to the negative direction, use any thickness of your choice, yeah, like that. And then we can also add this modifier called Subdivision Surface to make it somehow smooth, that one, to add a number of polygons. To this also we can add the Subdivision Surface modifier like that. No, I'm sorry, no, that one we are not going to add that modifier, so we are going to cancel that. Where's it? Not going to add that. Now to this one, this is the one which we are going to add the Subdivision Surface modifier. Add Subdivision Surface modifier, go to object and shade smooth like that, and I think we are done now. Now what we'll do, we can grab this light and GZ grab it and place it somewhere there. You can in fact add another light. You can add light. You can add either point, sun, or spot, or area, depending on the light you want. That is the light of your choice, so do that. Now I think we are done. What we'll do next is we are going to the click on this domain. You can just make sure that this domain covers on all this, so we can still move it gx, move it somewhere there, just to make sure that it has covered everything. Now click on it, go to physics properties, and then back all, to back the whole data, the whole animation. Yes, it will take some time, not very long, depending on the number, on the end value you placed, and depending also on the resolution you used. Yes, I'm going to speed up this place so that we go back to we go to the render properties. Okay, I'm sorry, before we just go to the rendering, to the baking, I forgot to say that if you have gone ahead and you have done the rendering, just click on that is on the domain, go to the physics properties, and then free all here. And then I forgot to tell you to delete on this face. Now click on this object, click on tab, go and delete this face here. Now go to face mode, yeah, click on this face and click on X to delete the face, so that we make the pipe to be open. Now again, we are also supposed to now go back to the object mode by clicking on tab, and then click on this object, this one here, this vessel of ours, yeah, and then go back to edit mode, click on this face, X to delete on that face. Now what we will do, what we also forgot to do, is just make this, go back to object mode, click on this liquid of ours. We forgot to make it fluid. Now on the fluid type, make it flow, and then flow type, make it liquid. Now this is the procedure of making stagnant water. Now you know. Now on this initial velocity, leave it at 0, 0. Now what you will do next is now you bake the whole data. Now click on the domain and then bake, go to bake all, like that, then bake it. Now I'll speed up this place. Now our animation is it is now okay after baking. Now what we will do next is we are going to save this. So go to file and then save as. You can just give it any name. For me here, I can just give it tutorial. Let me just write tutorial, like that, and then save a start, like that. And then we are going now to render this. So you can go to render view, like that, and you can see our animation is just wow. You have just made yourself a very cool, smart animation. Just clap yourself over there. Now what we will do, we are going to render our animation. Now go to render, and then here we are going to use render engine, Eevee render engine. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we are going to change there. Go to output properties. Okay, on the resolution, for me, I'll use 720 to make my rendering faster, and it also comes out cool. Now also use here 720, okay, like that, and then 24 is okay. Now on the file you are going to store into, just choose your file to store. I'm going to store it in 3D objects, and then accept, and then go to file format, make it FFmpeg video, and then on the encoding just make it mpeg4 like that. And then now add go to view using camera. Now go to viewpoint using camera, or just click on numpad 0 and then click on view here, and then camera to view like that. Now we can scale down a little bit our animation like that, yeah, and then we can just move along like that. Yes, that is cool. Now okay, I forgot to add a plane. We can still add it here. So add mesh plane like that. This plane you are going to scale it to be very big to just cover all this camera. Okay, we can rotate this camera, so click on the camera and then R to rotate. Just rotate it to make it straight like that. Yeah, okay, that is okay. And then click on the plane, scale it to be very big like that. I think that is okay. Now let's go to the material properties of the plane. Just make it white. You can just leave it at that, and then maybe go to world, and then you can make it to be more white somewhere there, or just make any of your preferences, what you would like. Now I think that is okay. What we'll do next is we are going to render. We can start by rendering our image and look at how it is. Just wait for some time, and that is my image. Now you can now go ahead and render the animation. Click here to make the animation look like video. Wow, thank you for your patience until now. Just follow through the tutorial and learn more. You can in fact make yourself many more balls which will give the splashing effect to the water. Just make yourself by changing the values, make yourself more and more cool animation. Wow, thank you. Just go and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more and more videos very soon. Oh, very soon. Now thank you. God bless you. Bye.